What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Spitballz. This is episode 27, I think.
Sounds right.
Actually, a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
impressed.
believe it.
Still going, actually. But we have a little bit to talk about today. I don't know. Apparently, me, Sal, and Greg all have talking points that we haven't told each other yet. So we're kind of just winging it today. But we were
Mine came
starting,
up so originally. Like I was just sitting in class, like thinking.
we were starting with spring training, the pitch clock. There's been some mixed feelings about it so far. Interested to hear
I
the
think we
Yeah,
started
I don't think we've discussed this yet. Like
We haven't. I'm
even in
interested to hear.
private.
I know. I'm pretty sure Tess is not a fan, or Greg, one or maybe both. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely not a fan of that.
I'll let
yeah,
you
is
know.
anyone a fan of it?
But I
I
mean,
originally thought it was going to be a good
no.
idea.
I think I think the idea of trying to make the game shorter is a good idea, but I think once there's three balls or two strikes, you have to cut it.
There's
They could
my
also move it. They could move it back a couple seconds, right? Like five
if
Or
seconds.
if
I think
is that if I
15
was
seconds is not a lot.
yeah, I would move it back to 25 seconds and I would take it out after the eighth inning. In the ninth
yeah,
inning,
yeah.
the ninth inning and extra innings, I think just watch baseball, like normal baseball. I do like it's cut down on time a lot. Like it's
A
work.
lot. Yeah,
But it just feels a little rushed or unnatural. Like part of baseball is like in between pitches, you're like
it's building up
as a
intensity.
fan, it might be boring, but like the players, like that's part of the game, like in between pitches.
Yeah, pitchers are definitely going to be worse now.
It just feels a little too rushed
And like
for
watching games end on a called
like
strike three, like on an automatic strike three or
yeah, I
something.
don't like
So annoying.
the ninth inning. I don't really care about the pace of the game. Like that's the whole game from like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like play baseball. It's the ninth inning.
play baseball. It's the ninth inning.
It seems manufactured and rushed and
Well,
like
it definitely is manufactured.
unnatural. It seems unnatural, just how fast it's gone. But I mean, we'll get used to it, I guess.
Do you think you don't think they're going to change it like halfway through the year? You think this is how it's going to
I
be the
mean, I
whole?
definitely think they could because the MLB does that all the time.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That's what
I
I kind of
if
wanted to ask that. Like, how long is
I
this going to last?
I think if anything changes, it would move back. It would either get taken away completely or they would add time. I don't think they
They're
would do
not
the
going to get
ninth
rid of it
inning.
completely. They're not.
I don't think they would ever do like the ninth inning thing or the two strike thing.
Yeah, yeah. Then is it a thing in the playoffs?
I don't know.
Probably.
That'd be interesting
I
to
mean,
know.
they don't like. Remember a couple years ago they started the season without their playoff format in 2020. Like they do things in the middle of the season. Like that was random. They were like
Dude,
playing, and then like 2 months in, they were like, "Yeah, this is how the playoffs are going to be."
dude, like how is Kershaw going to pitch? Has he pitched yet in spring training?
I'm not sure.
Like how is that man going to do his whole like routine?
Yeah,
Dude
there's
on
that
the
He's
guy
just
Giants
not.
named
have to change his
Valdez
stuff.
on the Astros. He's used to like rock an entire baby.
That's a
Yeah,
bulk now.
And yeah, it's a balk, and he just like
I haven't. I mean, I haven't watched much spring training, but I don't know if the shift change is really affecting. Like I haven't seen anything
yeah.
about the shift really.
I think that's gonna be a thing where like over time you see the numbers of some players are significantly better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like, I don't
uh,
know how much the pitch clock is really going to affect numbers. It just affects the viewing.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like in the playoffs, like it could
Huh.
make a huge impact in the playoffs. But over the course of the regular season, the good teams are still gonna be good, and the
I
bad
mean,
teams
it's not
are
going to
still
impact. I don't think it's going to impact that many wins and losses. It just impacts like the viewing.
yeah. But like it's very annoying when games end on automatic balls and
Yeah,
strikes.
no, like, I don't like that.
That's bad.
I don't like that at all.
That's bad.
It's a stupid solution to a
I don't really
problem
like.
that
I don't
didn't
really
really
like the whole.
exist.
Yeah, like I don't like the whole. Even like in the first inning, I don't like an automatic strike. Like I feel like that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like just, I feel like the players should just be moving faster to move faster.
To me. Yeah. Um, what the pitch clock is 15 right now, right?
20.
It's 20 right now. Yeah. So
No,
what?
15 with no one on,
It's
20 with runners on.
So what is bumping it up 5 seconds? Who's
Yeah,
that
I
hurt?
think. Yeah,
I mean, spring
yeah,
training is a good time to if they're gonna make changes. Like it's a good time to experiment in spring training. So like,
yeah, no, yeah.
I don't know if that's their plan. It's probably not their plan. They probably want to stick with this if they can.
Jalen Carter just got arrested.
No shot.
Jalen Carter.
It's for like he's the suspect of the crash that killed his teammate
Yeah.
or something.
Bro,
Wow.
did you guys see like the dude that like got accused of killing the guy from Alabama when he
Did
was
I
like
see
walking
it? Yeah, Brandon Miller's a fucking quack.
when he was like
He destroyed
doing
Frank's
like his
school the
pregame
night
routine.
after.
Dude, they like
Okay.
patted him down. They like patted
First
him
of
down
all,
like
Sal,
they were like
my school is like
TSA.
9 and
He
20
went into South
in
Carolina
basketball.
and
They are the
destroyed
number
Frank's
2
school.
team in the country, and they beat us by
And he
2
dropped
in overtime.
41 points with a game winner
Ala-
after all of
I'm-
the allegations.
I was going to talk about this probably next episode, but fuck it, I'll talk about it now. Alabama officially cannot win the national championship.
Why?
Bad karma. Even if he didn't do it, even if he did not do it,
You act like bad people don't win championships all the time.
even if he didn't do it,
Yeah.
Alabama, the way that the athletic department,
Like Big Ben
the
is a
coaching
championship.
staff, and everyone involved at Alabama handled that situation, letting him play the night after, they don't
They-
deserve it. They're not winning a
they-
championship.
What was the situation? He got accused of having the gun or selling.
I mean,
the
he was
gun or
innocent,
something.
was he not?
I don't really know the whole thing, but I don't think he's 100% innocent. And
I mean-
even if he is innocent, they should not have let him play until everything was
Why?
finished.
Because
You're
the
in-
Hawks needed to win.
Innocent. You're innocent until proven guilty, are you not?
In the eyes of the law,
Listen,
yeah,
if
but not
Deshaun
in the
Watson
eyes
is
of-
playing football, this kid can play basketball.
In the eyes of the
Deshaun
law.
Watson should be playing football.
Yeah, but he is.
And Deshaun Watson is also a professional athlete. This kid goes to
Yeah, no.
college. There's a difference.
The coach said he like that whole pregame thing. Like, I was not right. Like, he talked to him. Like, can't do that anymore.
How did that like happen
Shouldn't have
though?
played.
When
I don't know the whole situation. Shouldn't have played. Bama now has bad karma, and March doesn't reward scumbags. So
Really?
they're not winning shit.
I can't see Alabama winning a natty in basketball anyway. Like it
They
just
don't.
doesn't feel right.
really
They don't
fucking-
deserve it.
But they
It
don't.
doesn't feel right.
Have they ever been this good at basketball?
No.
For the last couple of years, they've been pretty fucking good. But this is probably the best.
I mean, they're gonna be a 1 seed. Like, I don't think I can't remember the last time they've been a 1 seed.
All right, so I guess we're done with the pitch clock. I got to rant about Brandon Miller real quick. I can't. Tess is like, did you guys know about that?
Yeah. Wait, what happened? Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
he didn't kill someone, right?
I think-
you're making fun of me for that, but you don't know like the full story and you can't explain it to the people.
I know I have friends that
Yeah,
went
Frank.
to the game the night after at my school and screamed murder at him for the whole game. So
I thought he was like in possession of a weapon or
I
something
thought
like that.
I think it was he gave the gun to the guy.
Yeah. I feel like that's right.
I'm pretty
Who
sure.
knows?
that's what
He
I saw.
probably should have.
Yeah, he
that has to
brought,
be
like,
that has to
defended.
be some sort of felony.
he brought the gun that was used to the person who killed the
So he's
person.
like a secondhand murder.
Why is he not in jail?
Well, did he do that?
I'm pretty sure he's still on. I'm sure. I believe it's under
If-
investigation.
If he's
so
under investigation, then yeah, I agree. He shouldn't play.
he should not play. But Alabama needs their little championship because their entire school runs on their little athletic.
Like, think about
department,
it.
So they're gonna
Think about
let
it.
it slide.
Their
and let
little
it play.
athletic department.
Imagine being
if
the family
Frank,
of the
like-
person that got shot, and you have to watch this man get celebrated on a
Dude,
national
if Frank
scale.
was like under the same investigation, I don't think he would be allowed to go to class tomorrow. Like,
I wouldn't.
exactly. Like,
Absolutely would not.
yeah, you're
I
right.
actually probably before I went on trial, before the investigation was completed, if I was accused of a murder, they'd probably kick me out of school immediately.
You're just so
regardless
worthless
of
to the South Carolina Gamecock.
But I
Just
also
because
think
this
that
guy's
if
an
we had
athlete-
a basketball player that killed that was an accessory in a murder, that they would probably not let him play
Don't know about that.
because we're not a scumbag university like
The
Alabama.
Jalen Carter thing's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
I literally just got that alert. Like, wow.
So like we have to take George's ring away, right?
Wait, he
Yeah,
killed his
probably.
On the
teammate?
natty.
It's probably
No,
going to Michigan then.
Him and his teammate says they were like racing at like 2:30 in the morning and they were like drinking and like that's
There
what
was a crash that his
I got
teammate died in, and it's like his fault.
Yeah, I remember teammate dying. What are they saying, Jalen Carter did?
It just said we're operating vehicles in a manner consistent with racing shortly after leaving the downtown Athens area
Oh,
at
so it's just like
2:38.
it's a DUI and
Alcohol impairment, racing, reckless driving.
And his teammate died.
Damn, this
don't
turned into like
understand
a
why
this turned into
people-
like a law show. Like we're just
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are
Bro,
so damn
This
stupid.
guy, he'll fall to like the third round of the draft, and like the Chiefs will pick him up, and he'll become like.
These are probably the best player in college basketball and
I
college
mean,
football, and they
he was-
can't not be
like the
retarded.
ESPN alert literally says projected number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, not
I
good.
don't think he
Good
goes.
call the
There,
Steelers, man.
but
Well, the Bears are gonna trade now.
Oh, speaking of the draft, my hot take for the Bears with Justin Fields is low-key looking good right
Wait, what was your take?
now. They're like
they're
taking
gonna
calls.
trade Fields.
Bro, they're taking calls for the first pick.
No, they're taking calls about trading Justin Fields.
I think they're taking all calls. I don't think
I
anything.
swear I
calls.
saw like I got like an alert that said like Bears are leaning towards trading first overall pick.
I'm
Nah,
sure they
bro.
don't just like pick up the phone. They're like, "Yo, we want."
They know.
The other team's
They
like,
know.
"Can we talk to you about Fields?" They're like, "Nah."
Yeah, like
They could do that.
would.
They could 100%.
I would
do that.
totally. That's what happened.
Dude, they could definitely be like, yeah,
Dude,
we're definitely not
do you
trading
think
Justin
do you
Fields,
think
and
if,
they hang
like,
up.
If the Jets called the Chiefs and said, "Can I have Patrick Mahomes?" Do you think they're staying on the line? Like they're hanging up right away.
It's Patrick.
Why'd you have to use the Jets in that situation?
Yeah, well, Patrick Mahomes is a bad example too. Like Fields, Mahomes.
Same thing.
Do you think if let's see? Do you think if the Jets called the Bengals right now and said, "Hey, can we have Joe Burrow?"
Again,
he's
bad
answering?
example. Fields
Why?
is
He's
not
a
on the
young
same-
quarterback.
So you're talking about like top 3 quarterbacks in the league.
If someone
Yeah,
calls the
point
Giants
is-
and says, "Hey, can I have
point
Julio
is-
Jones?" I'm hanging up
The
the phone.
point is,
Okay,
I've had a lot of bad.
Yeah, I know.
I've had a lot of bad takes on the show, and that's going to be the one.
That's gonna be the one.
That's going to be the one that hits.
Dude, the day
Trust.
we get the ESPN alert, Justin Fields has been traded. This is gonna be
Yeah.
extravagant.
We're gonna
I
have
need
a
a hot take
hit.
to hit because it's annoying. Like none of my hot takes work.
Just make better takes, bro. I don't know.
You've never had a hot take hit. That's definitely not true.
Bro,
Well, have this hot takes about
We
the
have- dude,
Jets.
we
Yeah,
have to
that'll
have
be
an
it.
episode where we go
think
watch every hot
I
take.
think I said that the Devils would win the Metro, which they could do.
That would be funny, Sal. If we went back and watched.
No, like,
every
we should
hot
have like a reaction video. Once we get to 30 episodes, I feel like we should do like a let's go back and watch all 30 hot
31
takes.
because we started at episode 2. We didn't do hot takes on episode 1.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
'cause it
you're
was-
right.
We're on Xbox with Quinn, and he's like, "You guys should do this after the first episode." We were like, "Okay, that's actually not a terrible idea."
Well,
All right, yeah, we should do that. I think that'd be fun.
All right. Anyway, test.
I was just gonna add that Jonathan Quick spent 16 years with the Kings,
I just got
won 2 cups, and got traded to the worst team, arguably the worst franchise in the NHL.
Yeah, who do you
What a
trade
way
to?
to send out your franchise golden.
Yeah, where
Remember,
you,
remember when Frank said he was, like,
Columbus.
he was good last year?
No,
Wait,
last year was like his last good year. I feel like.
no, he was fine last year. Actually,
He's
he
like
wasn't bad.
21st.
Oh
He was
wait,
bad this year.
were we gonna talk about Patrick Kane today at all?
Yeah, that was my talking point. Was that
Oh, okay.
the Rangers just traded for Patrick Kane. They now have arguably one of the
Patrick
best
Kidd?
4 lines
He's
of
old.
forwards in the league. I know there's biases both way on this show about the Rangers, but they have to be considered one of the 3 favorites for the cup now, right?
No,
Why
The,
not?
the problem is all the favorites
he's
for
not.
Cubs are
He's not
in
an elite player anymore.
Dude, he doesn't even have to be
Okay,
elite.
he's not
The
an
Rangers now have
MVP
5
anymore.
of the top 30 NHL fantasy players.
It just
in the
makes your
league.
team a little bit more solid. It's not like
He's not an
It's not-
MVP anymore.
have we
but
learned-
he's still
Have we learned nothing from
he's still a goal
all
scorer.
these super teams in the past 10 years?
What super teams in the
Not at
NHL? What?
In sports in general.
There's no but you can have a super team in basketball. Like that's completely different. It's so hard to have a super
Yeah,
team in hockey.
NHL, there's
Like that's not a thing.
you need
We
so
don't have
many
a super
pieces.
team.
But
So-
their
No,
top
no,
6
no.
is Kreider, Zibanejad, Tarasenko, Panarin, Trocheck, and Kane. And then they have the kids.
They
Wow.
tried to sneak in
People
Trocheck.
Bro, the more
Trocheck
and then not Gaudreau DC.
the more the Rangers make trades, the more I realize how bad they're gonna be in like 4 years. They're
What
gonna
did
be
we-
so terrible.
What did we give up?
We gave up
Give up
No,
nothing.
but no, I'm not talking about draft picks. I'm talking about old players. Kreider's gonna be old. Zibanejad's gonna
Yeah,
be
no,
old.
but, I
Kane
mean,
old. Tarasenko old.
That's how it works. Like,
Your only young good guys like Fox. Kako
all right,
is
first
a
of
bust.
all, Philip
Loft
Hito is
stinks.
disgusting.
Filipinos a dog.
Philip Heel's mid as hell.
Yeah,
I don't think Mika's
Is he
incredible.
Mika's not
averaging?
really-
I don't even think
Mika's
he's
not
averaging a
that
point per
old.
game.
Mika's
No,
not
because
that
there's like
old.
8 other options on the
Hockey
team.
players also play for a decent amount of Patrick Kane has
They're-
been playing for a long time.
Igor Shesterkin's going to
Yeah,
be our goalie
and
for the next
he's not
15
that
Igor
good
years.
is
right
very
now.
young.
Adam Fox is
Patrick
going to be
Kane
our
has, like,
defender for the next
16 goals.
15 years.
Bro, I guarantee
we're
you,
gonna
if he
be
did not
just
go to the
fine.
Rangers, if he went to like the Blue Jackets, for example, it would be like
Dude,
another player being
all
traded.
year, all offseason, he was like, where's Patrick Kane going to get traded? Where's Patrick Kane going to get traded?
He's not that good.
You're just
No.
mad because
Yes, we're not saying he's an
I'm
MVP.
not mad.
We're
I'm
not
not
saying
mad.
he's MVP.
Who did the
Patrick
Devils
Kane.
get this? Who did
Yeah.
the Devils get last week? Or not even last week, a day ago.
Timo, right?
Timo, 26-year-old Timo. Okay,
We're trying to
we're
win a
getting
cup.
younger and
We
better.
want
Well,
someone who's won a cup
Bo
before,
Horvat is
who knows how to score goals in playoff games.
We, since our terrible, terrible start to the season, we've been one of the best teams in the league already. And then we just traded for Tarasenko and Kane. How are we not considered one of the favorites for the cup? Like, how?
because you have a goaltender who's a fraud.
No, he's not.
That's,
He hasn't been.
save percent.
That's
he hasn't been Jesus this
crazy.
year.
17.
He hasn't been Jesus this year like he was last year, but he doesn't need to be anymore because our team actually can play hockey around him.
You know what's
And I
crazy? Like,
expect him to
the
play better.
Western
in the
Conference
playoffs.
is so bad.
They're really bad.
Like, the highest points in the Western Conference is 76. That's crazy.
Well, it's just because the East has the Bruins.
You are going to see tonight
Yeah, no, Bruins
when
are
the
so
whole
deep.
team is actually not the whole team because Keandre Miller is suspended for being a moron.
Dude, the number one seed in the West would be a wild card in the East. In either
You guys
division.
will see tonight how lethal the Rangers are going to be.
Like, you can't tell me Patrick Kane doesn't improve the team. You can't say that.
Honestly, all this stuff is great, but nobody's beating the Bruins.
You could say that, but last year was the first year I can remember where the favorite won.
Did anyone think the Rangers were going to beat the Canes last year? I didn't.
It's not
I'm gonna tell you exactly how the playoffs are gonna go right now. I think I've said this already, but I stand by it.
Rangers
and
beat the
first
Devils in
round.
5.
Devils are completely outmatched in that
I
series.
know. I'll give
Rangers win
you.
in
I'll
five.
give you 6.
Maybe 6.
I'll
Maybe
say
6.
6.
But there's no the Rangers are just a better team.
Those are so
They're a better
wild.
team than the
Dude,
Devils.
I can't wait for the.
You guys
I
are
cannot
literally
wait
the
for that
Eagles
series.
fans of the NHL.
Eagles.
Like you've become what you swore you would destroy.
You want to
That's
elaborate on
facts.
that?
Yo,
How?
that's
Wait,
going on
can
TikTok.
you
That's
expand?
going on TikTok. That's a quote.
Expand.
No, he
like-
doesn't want to expand. He just wants to throw out.
I want to let it marinate.
I don't.
There's no
I'm not
like.
climbing up greased poles in my disgusting
There's
city.
no thought
I
or
don't-
reasoning behind that statement other than to just anger
You
us.
could though. You could, because they do play in Manhattan, which is. You could.
Yeah,
do
but
that.
New York sports fans are a classy people. Unlike
That's not
disgusting
true.
Philly fans.
Yeah, that's not true.
Not true. I would not use the word classy. I would say we're a little more respectful.
Remember the
We're a
Rangers
little
fan
more,
that knocked the Lightning fan out cold last year?
Oh yeah, that was wild.
I wouldn't say we're classy, but I'd say we're a little more sane than Philadelphia fans.
I also don't know how us having hope for our elite roster to be successful in the playoffs after we literally went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year and are now better than we were last year.
Dude, if this was the Yankees
Makes
and the
us-
Yankees made a trade like this, Frank would just be shitting on them because he's not a real fan. Be like, dude, we're just gonna lose in the playoffs. Like, what? Why do
Facts.
we do this?
Well, we're gonna lose to the Astros in the playoffs for eternity. So yeah, but look, I don't.
I mean, the Rangers always lose in the playoffs. They always choke in the playoffs. So I don't even know why you guys care.
because this is a new team from the team that
Tess doesn't even believe what he's saying.
we came in.
I didn't really look like, dude.
we-
I could throw $500 on the Rangers not winning the cup and I'd live every day the same.
Bro, you'd win like 10 bucks.
Nah.
No. I'd also be
What do you
fine.
think the odds are for a team to not win the cup?
Bro, it's probably like minus 400 that they won't win it.
Are you no? That they won't win it?
The odds to not win a cup
Once you get
is
to
probably like minus 2,000.
Yeah.
They're not doing it.
Only
So I
one
don't know
out
why
of
you guys
32
care.
teams. Or one out of 16
Well,
playoff teams.
Round
win the
one,
cup.
we're getting Rangers Devils. You're getting smoked. Round
I
two,
cannot wait for round
Rangers
one.
Bruins. Probably the best series in a very long time. We eke it
And
out.
probably the best series in the history of the NHL, honestly.
Yeah, and we're gonna eke it out in 7 because Patrick Kane is just that extra piece that we needed to beat them.
What are you
This
saying?
is probably going to be the greatest
His
playoff run in the
one
history
goal
of sports.
every 4 games is gonna get you.
Yeah. And then I don't know who we're gonna play in probably the Lightning. We're getting our revenge on the Lightning in the ECF. And then it doesn't matter who we play in the West because the West sucks. And then the Cup's ours. You're welcome.
If you play the Avs or the Oilers,
Maybe.
Don't matter.
Avs would be scary, but don't
Drags and
matter
Pope.
because we're a team of destiny.
like, how do you not hear like the
Yeah, no,
Eagles?
what are you talking about?
Like, it's like that same thing. Where, you tell like an Eagles fan, like, bro, like,
You've become what you hope.
you guys
destroy.
are like not good. And they're like, nah, dude, like birds by 50.
We literally went to the ECF Eastern Conference Finals last year. Like, what do you mean we're not good?
Whatever you guys want to think.
Greg still thinks last year was a fluke.
Whatever. Maybe it was a fluke. We'll see. But I really think that
Dude, we played like 3 games against the starting goalie.
Dude, we played 14 games in a row before the Eastern Conference Finals.
Bro, you were playing
every
third
other
string,
day.
bro. Bro, you went to 7 games against the third string goaltending Penguins.
we were, to be fair, we were up 2-0 against Lightning before the team.
We lost in
forgot about
triple
that.
overtime to them. Like,
Oh, I
against their-
forgot. I forgot you get more points for losing in triple overtime.
no, but it was like their starting goalie was there.
No, the craziest thing about the Rangers is that their captain has played 60 hockey games and only has 18 points.
Well, their
Their
captain's not their captain because
Their
he's their best goal scorer.
Their captain is not very good.
He's their captain.
He's a
because he lays
defenseman.
the
He should
body.
be getting. He should have more than 30 assists at least on the season.
He lays the hammer.
He's also like our 4th best defenseman.
Yeah. Like,
It
So
does not matter.
no, who's the third? He's the third best defenseman.
by Lindgren.
Like Jonas Siegenthaler on the Devils probably has more points than that bum, and that bum's a captain.
You
He
know,
wears the
I want my
shoe.
captain to
For
be a
historic
leader. I don't
franchise
need
like
him
the
to be
Rangers.
scoring goals for my team.
Yeah,
I just want
I'm
him to be able to
talking
stand in
about
front.
goals.
I want him to
I'm
be able
talking
to
about
stand.
points.
I want him to be able to stand in front of that locker room and captivize the entire team and
That's not a
make them
word.
work.
You were so close to saying a word.
Dude,
Is
And-
captivize?
Captivate.
Captivate? Really?
Yes. You were so close.
No way.
Yeah, it's captivate. Yeah, you're right. That word is what I want my captain to do.
Yeah. I don't like. I don't give. Who gives a fuck who our captain is, dude? We're gonna
Yeah,
beat in the first
You
round.
really think you
know it too.
It's
I
just
can
so
see
it's
your eyes.
embarrassing.
the
It's
Rangers
just
aren't going to
embarrassing.
win. The Rangers aren't going to win a cup because they picked the wrong captain.
No, it's just I'm just saying it's another thing to point out about how crappy the Rangers are. Like, you know, crappy organization.
I
in
can't-
I
general.
don't think
can't
Tessus believes anything you said for the past
I do.
15 minutes.
I do.
No,
I do.
he's just talking out his ass because he knows the Devils are going down the shitter.
Dude,
In
going
like,
down the
months.
shitter after we just acquired Timo Meyer.
He's just nervous that, like, he doesn't understand how much shit he's going to get talked to him when they lose to the Rangers.
And we're all gonna be home too. We're all
Oh,
gonna
it's
be
gonna be
in the
great.
same state. You're
Dude,
gonna
you
see
guys,
me
you guys
every
don't
day.
understand.
Live
No, no, no.
Spitballz viewing party.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. All right. I know it's Greg, Sal. Did you guys have talking points? I think
Hey,
we've
Greg,
exhausted hockey.
Greg, you can start.
Saw it on TikTok. Who would win the best XFL team or George?
Oh, I saw that
I did
too.
see that.
I was going to bring that up.
Um,
I forgot.
Look,
I think if he gave the best XFL team a full off season,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was. Dude, did you watch, like,
I don't think
you took that exactly from the person
Yeah,
on the
I did.
TikTok.
and he's right. So,
I think
I agree with that take.
Credit to Brandon Walker in his spot.
If they both have a full off season, I think the XFL wins by like 20.
I think the XFL wins regardless.
No.
The XFL is a professional football league.
Okay.
Bro, okay.
The
let's
one
not
argument is think about
every
it.
player
How many people on
have a shot at
Georgia?
the NFL.
How many people on Georgia can go to the NFL? And how many people on an XFL team can go to the NFL?
I'd say
Probably more on Georgia.
80% of Georgia starters are going to play in the NFL at some point, but a lot of the XFL players were good NFL players at some point that just didn't make a roster.
No, they're definitely better. They're definitely better.
There's a reason they're not in the NFL.
They're definitely better individual players. But if you were not giving them a full off season to prepare, and Georgia had a full off season like right now, I think as for football, like that's important. And I think the gap's not as far as the NFL.
Sure.
I still think it's a pretty big gap.
I mean, there's definitely a gap, but it's not nearly as big as the NFL to Georgia gap.
Take the DC Defenders, for example.
I mean, I think
I
they
don't
win
know
nine
their
out of
entire roster, but I know that De'Aaron King is a
times.
better quarterback than Stetson Bennett is.
Bro, we always have to find a way to hate on Stetson.
Okay,
Sorry,
who would win? Who would win, an all-star college football team or an XFL team?
That's different. If you get Caleb Williams at quarterback, your receivers are the Ohio State receivers. You get
all-star XFL.
Your receivers are the Ohio State receivers. That's funny.
All-star XFL team versus all-star college football team. Who's winning?
I'd say the college football team is winning.
Against who?
An
all-star XFL team.
Because the all-star college football team is all first-round picks.
All of them aren't going to be first-round NFL players. These guys have played These guys have played game speed NFL games.
I
don't
know about that.
I would say
a lot of those guys are guys that never got playing time in the NFL.
Yeah.
The highest these guys were ever at is called
who's the best receiver in the XFL right now? Josh Gordon?
Yeah, probably. But I think Gordon.
I'm taking Marvin Harrison over Josh Gordon right now.
Me too.
I think it's different to judge skill.
I'm taking
players.
Caleb Williams over whatever quarterback is the best quarterback in the XFL.
I don't know, experienced offensive and defensive linemen that are older, bigger.
Yeah, the only thing that would be a problem is
they're going to dominate the trenches.
But I'm not sure.
Bro, you don't think you plug in Jalen Carter there?
Yeah.
4 sacks, bro. If he's not in jail.
Well, he's going to be in jail, yeah.
You know what he means, though. I think
it would be a competitive series or game, but I don't know. I don't know if they could actually win.
I'm lucky to think Georgia would win.
I think the best XFL team beats Georgia, but I think
we're overrating.
I think a college football all-star team beats an XFL all-star team.
Because doesn't the USFL have a bunch of players too?
The what?
The USFL.
Yeah,
has a bunch of players, so it's not just all.
It's still. I think you guys are underestimating the
think about it.
Amount of talent there is at a professional level in football.
I think.
And obviously, I'm a known Georgia hater, but there's no way they beat a professional football team.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're professional. They do this for a living. They've been doing it. They've played in the NFL.
Yeah,
some of them have played. Some of them have played.
Kids on Georgia. They don't do
it. The guys in the XFL are probably out of the league, training, and then they got a call.
They're tight. There's some tight actors. XFL, I don't even know.
Isn't there there's NFL quarterbacks that go to the XFL?
Yeah,
AJ McCarron
is one of these leagues. I don't
know.
But
I'm saying AJ McCarron. I think.
Yeah, AJ McCarron was one of the best college football players that year.
You don't know what a college football player is going to be when they go to the next level. AJ McCarron, respectable. XFL quarterback.
AJ McCarron was the quarterback of I'm pretty sure national championship winning Bama team.
He was a 5th round pick, bro.
What?
He's better than Stetson
You're basically saying that good college players can play well against the XFL players. Using AJ McCarron as an example.
AJ McCarron is also not
for sure
in the country in the league. I don't think he might be. I don't know. I don't know enough about who the
TJ Walker was the first time.
I know that They are professional football players, and the best team in the XFL is going to be Georgia. Now, I think the All-Star team is the argument because the All-Star team for the college football is like just elite player after elite player.
Bro,
after
we should
we
should take a look at the best XFL teams roster and Georgia's roster. Like, I think you'd be surprised.
What if you did like an all SEC team or an all Big Ten team, not just all of college football? Like all SEC versus an XFL All-Star team.
All SEC is tough.
Oh, SEC would definitely
I mean, like,
I don't know.
who's playing quarterback for an all SEC team right now?
No.
I guess I guess he's not a professional yet, so I guess.
Yeah. Or are we talking about next year's class?
But if we're going next year, then like who's playing quarterback for an all SEC team? Rattler.
Jackson Dart.
Is Jackson Dart going to even start for his own team?
Nah, it was just joshing. I don't know.
Probably Jaden Daniels, right?
I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
would you say an all-star high school team would be able to beat a Division II football team?
No.
So why is that different? Like the all-star high school team is basically all-star college.
Highest level of Division I college football.
It would be the highest level of high school
it's not
in the country.
You mean like the best high school players in the country?
Yes, versus a Division II team. Like a good Division
all
II
the
team.
5 stars that are going to go Division I and play at Alabama and Georgia and Ohio State against a Division II football team. Yes, the 5 stars.
100% they would win.
That I could actually see happening.
I thought you meant like.
You think they would beat a bunch of Division II all-star team with like a bunch of seniors that are 4 years older than them and have played college football for 2 years?
We're not talking about XFL All-Star team. We're talking about just the XFL team.
Well, the XFL team was Georgia. I thought we'd like definitely said the XFL team.
I said the XFL team. I think Greg, as a known Georgia meat rider, is saying Georgia.
I'm not.
I'm kidding.
Stetson Bennett meat rider.
Is a Stetson Bennett meat rider.
That's fair. Like, let's just look at like the defenders roster. Like who's the center of the defenders? Let me look it up.
I definitely think that the defenders will be better on the offensive line. Like the defenders have a better offensive line than Georgia does. I think any professional team offensive line is better than
I think so too.
Bro, you think like Kyle is gonna stop Jalen Carter?
Dude, think about it. Remember like the year we had all the offensive tackles? Literally like 2 of them were terrible in their first year in the NFL because like it's such a skill gap.
Yeah, but they're not playing the NFL.
They were all
playing against professionals though.
They were all drafted in the top 10.
These guys are not on the same like
the word.
They were like 4 tackles drafted in the top 10.
People that are playing in the XFL right now, most of them, if not all of them, played in the NFL at some point.
Were they consistent starters? Like
Evan Neal was like considered the best offensive tackle in college football for the draft, and he was terrible versus this level of players.
Spots on every NFL roster. There's more than that amount of good players available.
Then how come the Commanders suck?
That was not necessary.
Let's see who their offensive line is. All right, this is their coach. I do think coach is a huge thing if it was Georgia or XFL because college football coaches are. I mean, depends what rules you're playing. So
I know about it. Georgia has better coaching, but it would be interesting to see. Unfortunately, we'll never know, and we're just arguing for no reason. But that's most of what Spitballz is. It's just us arguing for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a pretty good topic. I enjoyed that.
All right. Tess had to go, so we're 3-manning the rest of this episode.
Pause.
That was
bad. Okay.
Sal, what do you want to talk about?
So I was sitting in class, right? As I always do, my night class. And
as I always do. I'll go to class.
Yeah. So we're talking about like decision making, and we're talking about using statistics. And my teacher goes, you should never believe statistics because they're all fake, and they can be swayed either way you want. Like if you were having surgery, this was his example, and I told you that 5% of people died in that surgery, you'd be really scared. But if I told you that 95% of people live, you'd be happy. So like you can bend stats however you want.
I don't know. 95% of people living still means 5%.
That was a terrible example, but you know what I mean. Like you can bend stats and like
Sure.
and they're also made up. And I was thinking, that relates to baseball because I love stats. So I started thinking what stats are made up and what stats aren't. And then it got me thinking, there's really two types of stats in baseball, and this is my theory. There's predictive stats, and then there's production stats. And I think we have to look at those completely separately rather than together. Production stats are like home runs, RBIs, average, stuff that you can like see, you can calculate. You know what I mean? Based on what you've done in the past. And then there's prediction stats like WRC plus, WAR, xWOBA, like ERA plus, that kind of stuff. And I think those stats are the ones that are new and people hate. But I think if you use them in the right way, where it's a prediction stat based on, okay, this guy has a really good WAR, this guy's a really good WRC plus. His production isn't there, but he's showing these stats. He should be, I would be willing to sign him to a contract and give him a chance to see what he can do. Where prediction or production stats like home runs, hits, and average, I think we should use those in judging how players are playing right now. And I think we should judge those when we talk about like awards like MVP and stuff like that based on what they just did. Like I don't think your WAR really or your WRC plus really matters in your MVP case. I really like it should be your production.
Is WAR
WAR is different. I don't know where I would put WAR. Like WRC plus, I don't really think that matters versus production. I think you should get hits, you should get home runs, you should have a high average, you should get RBIs to win MVP. But to sign a contract, I don't think RBIs matter because that's like such a you either get it or you don't. I think to sign a contract, you should have a good WRC plus, you should have a good expected batting average and stuff like that.
Remember when you were like saying Garrett Cole should win the Cy Young because like his xFIP was like better than everyone?
Yeah, no, this completely is going to change my way of thinking.
His X.
I support this way of thinking, Sal. I like it.
I think we should split up stats. We should not be talking about RBIs and average in the same conversation as WRC plus.
So you would still say OPS is a production stat,
OPS
right?
is production.
Because I think that's
a stat that you can like measure without like this giant ass formula,
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I think we should look at stats in that kind of way. So
basically what you're saying is you should be the one and only MVP voter.
Correct.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, stats are all fake. Like obviously, I can make a stat tomorrow. Like,
let's make a stat right now.
Stats are nothing but numbers. They don't become information until you give them context.
Actually, I will say, because March Madness is coming up, I am learning how to use Excel better. I so much want to use so many stupid formulas on Excel to determine how I'm gonna pick my winner for March Madness.
Good. Well, you just got to go. I figured it out. It's KenPom, top 40 defense, top 22 offense every single year.
Frank will never be as good at Excel as me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Neither of you will ever be as good at Excel as I am.
It's not true. But
it is.
I have 2 more chapters to do before tomorrow at 5. So.
What kind of Excel are you using though? Are you using like I'm using like numbers, like calculated shit?
I was throwing in VLOOKUPs. I was throwing in
the VLOOKUP function. That's fine.
Oh,
I was doing more like statistical, like probability shit.
Well, I don't know.
They're preparing me and Frank for the corporate world.
Yeah, I know. I'm another cog in their system. I get it. I had to call my mom to teach me how to use VLOOKUPs because I didn't get it.
You don't get VLOOKUPs?
I get it now, but it's a confusing function, dude.
Dude, I'm learning in class how to become like a better member of a team in a workplace.
Okay, so
we're literally just learning how to become an employee. Crazy.
So what life is, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Not when Spitballz goes up, though.
We're never gonna be employees. We run this company.
All right. Is it college basketball time?
I'd say so.
Sure.
Okay. Conference tournaments coming up. I say we pick the winners of the Power 6 conferences.
I'm not gonna lie. After the Big Ten, I'm pretty much throwing a dart.
Yeah, it's all right. Just pull up the AP top
throwing a
25
dart.
on your phone.
No, I'll pull up the standings for each conference actually.
Or you could do that too. All right. Let's do the Big Ten last because it goes right into my hot take. So we'll do the other ones first. Any conference in particular you want to start with?
No, the college basketball should be run by Frank, I feel like.
Okay. Let's start with the best conference, which is the Big 12. Oh, I get okay. So there are 3 teams probably that can win it. Maybe more. Probably.
I look. You have I have a sleeper here. I like this team.
I think the 3 favorites are Baylor, Texas, and Kansas, obviously. And I'm actually gonna take Texas because Kansas won the last matchup, maybe the last 2, and Kansas is gonna go to the Final Four, and Texas isn't. So this is where Texas gets to succeed. This is where they win.
Wait, let me look at the Ken Palm real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Baylor.
Greg goes.
I'm gonna say Kansas State. I saw a TikTok about them like yesterday, like as a sleeper team in the actual tournament. So I'm gonna say they win this. They get hot and win this conference and roll into the tournament. Are you writing these down?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sure.
All right. Next up, we'll go Pac-12. There's really 2 teams that have an even remote chance of winning the Pac-12, and UCLA is just like really, really good this year. So I'm taking them.
Yeah, Pac-12. Let me look at this. What'd you say?
Pac-12.
I said UCLA.
Yeah, I'm gonna say UCLA too. I was about to say that actually.
I'm gonna go with Oregon.
Oregon.
Didn't Oregon State used to be really good at basketball like last year or 2 years ago?
Maybe. I don't know. Teams
I feel like I've seen them.
I don't know. They're just my favorite Pac-12 team.
They're just my favorite. Honestly, Oregon might suck this year. I'm not.
I don't know. They could like not have a win.
I think Oregon is not good this year, but fuck it.
Dude, did you know Rutgers is 3rd in adjusted defensive rating in KenPom?
Yeah, I know. I told you, elite defense.
That's crazy.
4 points.
Adjusted defensive rating in KenPom.
Well, there's no like. I don't see like a.
Buddy was just talking about made up stats.
No.
This is not made up.
All college basketball stats are made up because of the conflict, like how.
No, but I don't know what adjusted even means. Like on the KenPom website, there's no just like defensive. It's just adjusted defensive.
It's the offensive and defensive efficiency ratings. It's on KenPom. It's per 100 possessions. That's the adjustment. It's per 100 possessions. Okay.
Yeah, they're third. They're 3rd in defensive and 168 in offense. Wow, that's wild. All right, keep going.
Okay, SEC. As much as it pains me to do it, they are just the best team in the conference.
No. I won't. I'm not.
I said they can't win more. They can't win a national.
No. They can't win this either. No, they definitely can.
They can. No, they can.
Just pick a different one that you actually believe.
Well, I think Bama's gonna win. But can I pick 2? Can I pick one that I want to win and one that I think is gonna win?
You need to.
I want Mississippi State to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna say LSU is gonna win.
LSU.
They're good, right?
They're last place.
No, they're not.
They have a worse conference record than South Carolina.
Oh yeah, Greg.
They're 2-14, and South Carolina is 3-14.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah, how's Vandy doing?
They are 9-7.
Yeah, Vandy's going on.
Dude, Alabama hasn't lost a game at home. Are they like home court merchants?
Alabama's just a really good basketball team this year.
They might be home court merchants. I'll go with Alabama.
No, that's it. Come on.
I can pick it. You can't.
I picked them. I picked 2 teams. If Bama or Mississippi State
Bama is number 4 in adjusted defensive and number 18 in adjusted offensive.
I know. They're good.
Oh wait,
All right,
low
this is
key, Tennessee is number 1 in adjusted defenses.
no, yeah, but
I was gonna say Tennessee, but
Tennessee's not good. Tennessee, don't pick Tennessee. They're not good.
Don't pick Tennessee. Don't pick Tennessee.
Okay, this is where Greg truly shines, is in the Big East. It's his conference. This is home conference.
his
Greg's conference.
I'll let Greg go first for this one.
I'm gonna say Marquette.
That's my pick too.
Interesting. I'm gonna say Creighton. I fuck with
I
Creighton.
like that. I think UConn is the best team, but I think Marquette's hotter. So
Creighton's the
they'll win.
4 seed right now.
Yeah, Creighton's good.
As a sleeper pick right there.
All right. The ACC, the most irrelevant conference this year, which is very weird because they're usually the best. But they're not this year. I'm actually gonna go with the Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah, sure.
Duke.
You are too, Greg?
I'm gonna go with Miami.
Yeah, in Miami just feel like a 30-point lead to Florida State.
All right.
Wait, what did you say?
So Miami just feel like a 40-point lead to Florida State.
They have the 12th best offense in the league. They have the 122nd defensive in the league. But I'm gonna pick them. I think they get hot on offense.
Ken Palm doesn't matter in conference tourneys. Just the big one.
All right.
I don't know.
Like they flip the switch off, so Ken Palm doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You guys make your Big Ten picks first. I want to go last.
I'm gonna say Indiana.
I like that, Sal. It's a good one.
I think Indiana comes out of this.
And Indiana actually is 2-0 against Purdue this year.
Yeah, I think they have what it takes to win these Big Ten games.
They did get swamped at home by Iowa.
I am never,
night,
ever again, ever rooting for Michigan State after that blasphemy. 13 points in a minute and 40 seconds. Not even that. 10 points in less than a minute. And then you go into overtime and lose by 6.
That was
disgusting.
Actually
disgusting.
That was insane. Greg, who'd you pick?
Never again. Never again.
Purdue.
Purdue. I mean, if Zach Edey has a good weekend, like, they're gonna win. That's just it. But I am actually gonna pick the Big Ten team, one of 2 Big Ten teams that consistently over our entire lives.
He's just gonna pick Michigan.
This is my hot take. We're starting hot takes now.
Okay.
Consistently over the course of our entire lives shows up in March when it mattered. This team, 7 years ago, when this run started of them consistently making it to the Sweet 16 every year, they were an 8 seed going into the tournament. Their plane crashed coming off the runway on their way to the tournament. They had to play the first round in their practice jerseys, and they went and they won. They went all the way and they won the tournament. Since then, they've won the Big Ten 3 times, I think. They've been to the Sweet 16 every year, and it doesn't matter how bad they played during the regular season. They always find a way to be successful in March. This team has gotten hot lately. They are still they're tied for the 2 seed right now, I think, in the Big Ten. It's the Michigan Wolverines. They're going to do it again, as much as everyone hates them. They're seasoned for March.
Wait, they're gonna do what? They're gonna win the Big Ten, or they're gonna go to the Sweet 16?
Both, but the take is that they're gonna win the Big Ten.
Because I don't know how going to the Sweet 16 every year helps them win the Big Ten this year. Like I don't see the correlation there. You know,
they perform in March.
No, they perform in the tournament.
No, they won the Big Ten as an 8 seed at the start of their performance in the tournament.
Okay. Well, yeah. you forgot to put that in there.
I said that. Their plane crashed off the runway. They were an 8 seed. They played in their practice. That was my whole speech.
Okay.
All right, go. Hot takes, go.
I don't really have one, but I just thought of like a really good one.
Okay, so you do have one then.
Dude, this one's hot, I can say the least. Kenny Galladay is going to be a Pro Bowler next year on some other team.
I saw someone say that in the comments on one of the Kenny Galladay slander posts, and I was like, you know what? He might be.
I can see it. Like, Pro Bowl, it's not that special anymore. Like, you just got to do, like, decent.
The only he's the talent's probably still there. The only problem is he just doesn't. It looks like he just doesn't care at all. He's just there for the money.
I don't even know if he's gonna get like playing time on another team.
Yeah, he does not give. He couldn't give two fucks.
But hey, if he's a Pro Bowler, this is a great take.
This, why not throw it out there? Why not? When we watch it back in 2 weeks, we're still gonna say it's terrible.
Yeah, but when you watch it back a year from now, and he's the Super Bowl MVP, he gets voted to the Pro Bowler, doesn't play it. He's on the Chiefs playing in the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes.
He's
who
so
gave
good.
15 touchdowns and 2,000 yards.
The Chiefs is where wide receivers go to save their careers. He totally could go to the Chiefs.
That's what Juju did.
I know. That's what Tony did.
Dude, if Kadarius Toney and Kenny Galladay go to the Chiefs and like play well, like the Giants can win the Super Bowl, and I'd still be upset.
Yeah,
a little bit.
You have to kill yourself.
A little.
All right, Greg.
My hot take. I think the Braves are gonna win less than 90 games.
That's the worst take on the show. That's the worst take in history of the show.
No, it's not. But you're such a hater.
Watch, bro. They lost Dansby Swanson, bro.
No, I'm not saying my take.
One of their starting pitchers, Ian Anderson, he didn't make it out of the first inning yesterday in spring training.
Oh, it's spring training. It's his first pitching performance versus a live, like, in a game.
I don't see it, Greg. Sorry to tell you.
You guys didn't see the Steelers, doing what they did when I said they were going to make the playoffs. But
Did they make the playoffs? Sorry. Did you get that take right?
Wait, Greg, did I send you the TikTok I sent Sal of the dude driving the car in the video game, and it's the Braves and Phillies, and then the Mets are just crashing on them? Yeah,
because Greg could be on pace for this take. They could have like 40. They could be like 40 and 50, and the Mets could be like.
The Braves always start out slow. Like
the Mets could have like 100. They could be on pace for 100.
The Braves could be 40 and 50, and the Mets could be 90 and 0. But the Braves
they could be on pace for 100.
We'll say under 92. I think they're gonna win like 90, 91 games, and make a wild card.
See, Greg is.
Dude, you're already backing up. I want the 90.
The season hasn't even started yet. He already went back on his take.
That's crazy. That's got to be the fastest someone's ever gone back on their hot take on the history.
No, I didn't go back on it.
No, you did. You said 90, and now
they're not going
to. It's 95.
Dude,
what's that? Say
they're going to win. If you really believe it, say 88.
Why would I say 88 when 89's a possibility?
Do you believe it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right, so the Braves are going to win less than 90.
They just lost.
They win 90.
They just lost Dansby Swanson.
So wait, what are we saying? Like 90 and a half or 89 and a half? Like if they get 90, do you?
89.5.
89.5.
Okay. I mean,
Acuna wants to trade. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What if they're like, they just start tanking like middle of the season, trade everyone, like they're all hurt.
They'd still catch the Mets. They could play with their AAA roster. They'd still catch the Mets. They
catch the Mets for 4th place in the NL.
Astros could put their rookie ball team out there in the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. I said that an hour ago. That would never beat the Astros in the playoffs as long as
we don't have the leads to blow to the Astros. We just like.
Like we go into the series knowing we're going to lose. Yeah. Like it's not the same. We are not the same, Greg.
It's so sad. We watched 162 games last year to go to the ALCS and just know we're going to lose.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to put up a fight. Yeah, ALCS. That's what I'm rooting for this year. I'm rooting for a competitive ALCS.
That was actually like pathetic. The effort we put in that series.
I'm rooting for a competitive ALCS this year.
It's in March. It's baseball season.
No, it's college basketball season.
Isn't that roster? We're assuming that. When's opening day? Is it March?
March 31st, March 30th.
We're in baseball month. Wow, that's hype.
We gotta get
that lineup you sent Sal today, and
dude, like no. Like, what are we doing? Like we're putting all our starters in, and we're playing Aaron Hicks, and we're playing Josh Donaldson and Isaiah Falefa. Like these aren't our starters.
That's your opening day roster. Like you guys might not win. You guys might go negative.
Yeah, we'll see.
That team sucks.
That team does suck.
I mean, I know that's not like the official opening day roster, but they were playing most of the starters.
Bro, like 6 through 9. No, 5 through 9 is just automatic out. Donaldson, Bader, Hicks, Higashioka.
No, do not give me Harrison Bader as an automatic out.
Yeah, Bader.
Okay, he had a good playoffs, but he's
Darth
normally,
Bader.
bro. He hits like 200.
Bader is a decent baseball player.
He's more known for his
Also,
speed.
Higashioka. I'm not mad about Higashioka. Like,
He's gonna
split.
play.
He's gonna split with Trevino. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more mad about the Donaldson, Hicks, Isaiah kind of left. Like, get those bums on the bench.
Yeah. There's
Give me
Cabrera,
give me Peraza, give me
Volpe.
I don't know if you can play Volpe and Peraza. I mean, you can.
Well, you could platoon them, and then IKF and Donaldson never have to see the field.
You don't really want to platoon your shortstop. Nah, here's what I would do. Here's my opening day lineup, and just not lineup. Go around. Here's where we're going. Catcher don't really matter. I would get Trevino, but
you know who the catchers are.
We're gonna go Rizzo at first, Glaber at second, one of the two kids at short, DJ at third, Judge, Bader, Cabrera, Stan, DH. I think that's the ideal lineup.
That's a lineup that can compete with the Astros. I said compete.
And then we have the other kid coming off the bench. We have Donaldson coming off the bench if we really needed him.
Donaldson can field. He just can't hit anymore.
We have IKF as a pinch runner.
Oh, actually,
and a pinch
bump. Another hot take. Ronnie Mauricio is going to be a rookie of the year this year.
Is he going to play?
I don't know, but
he's a shortstop, isn't he?
He's shortstop third base. They could definitely plug him in third.
Play him at third.
Oh, him or Beatty are going to play.
Dude, his card in the show, that's nice.
Bro, you see the tanks he's been hitting in spring training?
Actually, have not. Have you seen the tanks Jason Dominguez is hitting?
Yeah.
That was crushed. He murdered that baseball.
Did
you see the Josh Bell home run? The crack of the bat?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I'm so happy baseball is back.
I wish Josh Bell was on that.
Let's end this. I need coffee.
First ever morning
you have to do your hot take. Right?
I gave my hot take. It was Michigan's winning the Big Ten.
Oh.
Remember the whole plane crash speech? Everyone seems to forget it.
It wasn't very captivating.
At least you used the right word.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Good job, Sal. You learned English today.
I did. Oh, wait. Dude, I thought I just didn't record everything.
I'd have killed you.
I
could see it says morning.
It is. I just had to check. Okay. Great episode.